was one of those nights in West Africa, and across sunsets of the remains of mangoes placed on the equator melted into sky paint during the sweltering heat of the midday. Spirits in purgatory are responsible for painting dusk, and I would pray as we would head north to Kumasi. The doctors in our camp would find medicine in the leaves, pull out a miracle like cartoon characters pulling out Acme. Why couldn't we conveniently find a cure embedded in the oils of the trees? Read each ring to find the answers we've been missing in American. His company sent him to work in Ghana 6 months prior. One night, his wife opened the envelope required by his company for his health benefits. Uneducated about his options, he left around midnight and raped 5 children. Said he would find a cure in the flower petals of a virgin. 9 and bright-eyed, bigger than the soup sauces I was forced to bring her. Annie was one of them. While she wasn't sleeping, she made me a vocabulary list. Madawase, Akwaba, Etise, Iye. I could barely concentrate. Shaking her bed frame. Tell me what he looks like. I'll search the 650 million on the continent to find him. He ripped her hymen like butterfly razors to silk linen, killing her with each thrust, tearing her walls until there was bloodshed. Noticed I was frustrated. She said the best vengeance for our enemies is to let them live with their memories. Their deaths will be dark, not dark like black, dark like forgotten, and their souls erased from the history of the world. Besides, he couldn't steal my virginity. He may have damaged the vessel, but God saves it in a box in heaven lined with angel feathers until my wedding. Why couldn't the myths be true? Let me find a monkey's blood for her wounds, but there's no drinking bleach to clean the disease. Only AZT and a few other drugs reserved for the wealthy. And a prolonged life is in herbs and healthy eating. Ayo, Atabe, Atwante, there is no food here. No nutrition in the garbage the Americans send us. Urban legend lies. Africans are not the ones most promiscuous. Our youth program cringes when planning a sex ed field trip to the free clinic. Do not blame them. Blame our promiscuous government that fingers us in the Oval Office. The FCC that banned Sarah Jones for female empowerment, but lets Nellie flaunt teabagging. 1.5 million children are concerned if they're going to see their parents before their deaths in the morning, and their biggest fear should be if their team is going to make playoffs for Little League. Before she left me, I told her one last lie. Masanaba, I'll be back. And she replied, Mable, eyelids stinging like needles. My logic, if I didn't move, she wouldn't stop breathing. I rocked her in a hammock made of fresh linen, decorated her hair with wildflowers, picked out her favorite dress and whispered a Tadier. When I closed my eyes, I could still see the miniature graves where we were gathering prey. The news came back to our camp before we left. The American was sentenced to death. To avoid being tortured, he confessed he contracted AIDS at home from his mistress in Maryland. Careless, he put his family at risk and blamed it on his business trip. Instead of being faithful, he gets the maximum for his murder charges. And when prisoners find out he killed 5 little girls, he won't make it past cellmate initiation, and I will be happy with that. But sometimes in a witching hour, a noise will wake me, and I know Annie has brought the children to hear me sing. But darling, you rest easy, because only you know our freedom.